Hello everybody, and welcome back to Undefeated. We are heading to the med bay. Was that what it was? We kind of ditched Redline. Would you ditch Redline? How we feeling about the cast of this game? Are we is Redline best boy? Do we like that? Do we like the doctor? Do we like that Raboot that's always real nervous? Or are we basic and really like Bruce? And basic is okay, guys. It's okay, right? I'm basic about a lot of things. Let's see what Xander's gonna be doing. This place seems to be the place. There's a few people inside, so I go in. Oh, okay. It's dark in here. There's a few camera crew off to one side, with a few people wandering around, setting something up. Well, it's been a few minutes. It's been a minute. I don't remember exactly what we were doing. I thought we were going to. What didn't? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. This is what happens when I don't record a game for a week. Against the back wall is a little stage, a few steps high, with all lights and cameras pointed at it. Bruce is up there, dressed up in his fighting gear, and tapping through through his phone. Okay. Someone says something to him, and he grunts something back. Theodore, the Raboot, who I guess has been here from the whole time, hops up to me with a little bag under his arm. Oh, it's good to see you, Alex. Are you well after your nap today? What is all this? I'm not going to ask how he knows about my nap. Word probably travels quick down here. Theodore holds out his bag. Your gear is in here. Please change and get up on the scale. My pair of shorts and gloves are in there. I look back up at him, then to the camera setup. And all this? It's, for promotional material, advertisements, and all that. I furrow my brow. I thought I already took a bunch of ads way back when? Before I even came down here. Yes, but the, championship fights, they're special. My sigh. All right, is there a changing booth? Hey, is that the kid? My ears twitch, and I turn to face some guy behind the camera. Get changed and get up there. You've got more shit to get. More shit to get to. Okay. You want me to change here in front of everyone? You think we haven't seen a dude in his shorts before? Get a move on. It wouldn't be as bad if I was wearing my briefs, but I put my jock on earlier in preparation for class. Nobody else seems to be watching except Theodore, who looks really uncomfortable. That's not anything new though. I can feel my face go hot as I slide my shirt off and shimmy my pants down quickly. I scramble to put my shorts on, and when I look up, no one's even noticed. Okay, good. Theodore guides me to the stage, which has two giant metal plates on the floor side by side. I guess these are the scales. Bruce is standing on one, idly, let me... Is there still no music? Questionable. Yeah, that's fine, right? Maybe there just isn't? I thought I had, the audio all correct. That's fine. Bruce is standing on one side, idly staring at his phone. He turns his attention to me as I climb up the steps and flashes a smile. Didn't think you'd actually show up, Runt. We kinda thought you pussied out. Right, guys? He lets out a laugh, and a few of the folks' camera crew laugh along. I remain silent. Some people walk up to the front of the stage and fiddle a bit with a screen on the front. A display turns on at the back of the room, showing us what the cameras are recording. What? You got nothing to say? Nothing what does this say? Nothing I say is going to make you stop talking. A man behind the camera pokes his head up. Bruce chuffs? Chuffs, okay. I'm sure I can make you stop talking real quick, kid.
You must think you're cute, challenging me again.
What? Challenging you? They assign. Okay.
Keep running your mouth. Just don't say anything stupid.
He lowers his voice, growling those last few words. Look how small we are. We are just a little guy. That like wow, okay. Okay.
All right, guys, hold still.
Bruce is standing with one hand on his hip, the other arm pumping a bicep, a chest proudly puffed out for the cameras. I just sort of stand there, seething. A few seconds pass by, and the screens in front of our scales display a green checkmark. Whoa. Oh, there is audio. Okay. I did have it correct. Okay. I've been doing changes. It's going back between settings. Sometimes I'm scared I don't have it set up properly for certain things. Bruce flashes a grin and poses, flexing both biceps up to by his head. At that moment, a bunch of digital cameras start clicking, capturing photos across the room. The guys behind the video camera clear his throat. He lifts his head over the camera and glares at me. I guess he wants me to pose too. I copy Bruce's pose.
This your first time, kid. You never posed for the cameras before.
Nope.
Yeah, don't worry about it too much. I'll make sure there'll be nothing left to pose with after this Saturday.
All right, and turn to face off. The dino turns to face me. I'm getting flashbacks to a month ago with when we first met. His smile is a lot bigger this time around. He stands there for a minute while cameras click and take photos, simply glaring me down. Then he steps forward, bumping me with his chest. I try to stand my ground, but he takes another step, and I'm forced to move backwards.
Ah, kid.
He towers over me, nearly blocking out the light behind him.
You're fucking dead, little man.
Something inside me boils over, and I shove my hands against his body. Okay. A gasp circles around the room, and I see Bruce's expression go from happy to wildly jovial. Look at this face. Look at this happy boy. Even I know putting hands on somebody before the fight is a big no-no. I hop back, planting, that's what that says, my feet awkwardly on one of the steps leading down from the stage. That seems to have been a good idea, as Bruce was reaching out to grab me as I moved. My footing isn't easy, though, and in a split second, I slip, falling back onto my ass with a heavy thud. Whatever Bruce had to say about my shove had been completely washed over by how loud he and the crew were laughing at me. Any rage I had quickly simmered down to pure embarrassment.
Holy shit, kid. You sure don't want someone in your weight class.
He starts flexing again, pacing on the stage as the cameras track him. Oh, okay. Oh, Alex, are you... Theodore hops back to my side, trying to pull me up to my feet. He doesn't offer much resistance, but I manage to get back up. Are we done here? Can I go back to my room? The rabbit looks away. It seems the crew is packing up and putting things away, some making idle chat with Bruce. Yes, you can go back. Cool. He sounded like he had more to say, but I don't want to wait around to hear it. I grab my bag that has my clothes, now neatly folded inside, and stomp back to my room. I march back inside, dropping face down on my bed. Redline is still playing his game. He doesn't look away as I walk past. So, how'd it go? Ugh, sucked. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear. Do you want me to go with you next time? How the hell would that help? No. I lay silent, rolling over to face the ceiling. listening to the sounds of Redline's video game. After a while, he closes the laptop. I'm gonna go grab dinner with you guys. You should come with. You should come with. It'll be fun. Might hit up the pool later. Maybe swing by the beach for some drinks.
I'll pass.
There's a bit of a pause. Are you sure? It might help get your mind off things.
Nah, go ahead.
Well, if you say so, I'll have a seat. I'll save a seat for you, okay? There he goes, just sliding on out. Okay. He's done playing Tekken for the day, I guess. I hear him shuffle around a bit before leaving. This all just feels like a bad dream. But if my sore ass is any proof, I'm wide awake. The fight's in 3 days. What am I supposed to do if I can't even move him? Bucky's voice rings in my head.
Full confidence, Xander. Whenever you doubt yourself, you gotta make yourself be confident, even if it ain't real. Fake it till you make it. That sort of thing. And you keep that confidence until it becomes real. You understand? If you doubt yourself, you lose focus. You take a hit. It all snowballs until you end up eating pavement. So I'll ask you now. You're fighting Bruce. Are you gonna win?
I breathe in a heavy sigh. My chest quakes, like I'm about to cry. I feel like I should cry, actually. My body doesn't seem to want to come through. I have no choice but to get back up and fight. I have no choice. Oh?
You all set?
As I'll ever be. It's fight night. Oh, okay. Well, we just going. We don't get to see those 3 days. We don't get to see if we did go have the din with Redline. Oh well. Can't say I'm exactly confident in what's about to happen, but there's no turning back now. In the hallway toward the immersion chamber, there's a few doors off to either side of that branch off. This entire sentence, it just ran away from me. It got up off its little text box and just ran away. Inside each is a sizable room with a few screens, loads of seats, and a staircase leading down. The staircase is reserved for fighters and some VIPs. Pretty much anyone the fighters allow. Okay, that's what that means. Okay. Fighters allowed to follow them down to prepare for the fight. Take the staircase down, though, through a few hallways leading to an elevator, and that takes you down to the main arena. It can be a bit of a maze, but it helps isolate the fighters. Everyone else stays behind to watch the fight on the screen, on the TVs. The doors to the staircase stay locked until the fight is over. They're actually in an alternate entrance through the medbay, but they'd rather that be freed up for fighters that need it. Bucky and I went down earlier to avoid the rush, and hopefully to calm my nerves. It's not really helping, but I guess it's better than getting heckled by the rest of the guys. His hands are massaging my shoulders as we stand in front of the elevator, waiting for the attendant to take me down.
You're gonna do great.
He practically whispers into my ear. I think he can tell how nervous I am, at least. My shaking arms are giving it away.
Do you know the plan?
Yes. We'd spent the last few days figuring out an effective strategy for handling Bruce. It worked in practice, at least on the guys available to us in my class, but still, there's no telling if it'll work on him.
Hey.
His hand covers mine, gripping it tight. He kneels down, staring into my eyes.
You're shaking. Listen to me, Xander. Even if it doesn't work out, we'll find a way.
He's speaking softly, tenderly, the low timbre resonating up through my arm into my chest.
And if it gets too dangerous out there, Tap out.
I take a shaky breath. It's hard to look him in the eye.
We can't train you up to beat this if you let yourself get broken too badly, okay? Obviously, you won't get beat, right?
He claps my shoulder and smiles warmly.
Bruce plays by the rules, but sometimes he can get a little careless. If it gets too scary or if you feel like you're in serious danger, tap out. We'll recoup.
What? Recoup. Okay.
And find another way. All right?
I never liked tapping out. Not that I needed to often, but even still, it always just felt like quitting. With no referee down here to facilitate the fight, it's up to the fighters to determine when a fight is done. Bruce certainly isn't going to stop until I'm incapacitated, so I'm the only judge of how much I can take. But how much is enough? If I'm still conscious, doesn't that mean I should keep fighting? What happens if he breaks a bone? Will I still be awake? Would that even stop Bruce? Bucky's warm expression has changed to be more concerned.
All right. You kind of stared off into space there, Xander.
I shake myself back into it and nod.
Understood. I'll do my best. That's all anyone can ask for.
Bucky hugs me. He's warm, and his body is soft. We stay like this for a moment. I don't feel as shaky anymore. The elevator dings, and the door opens to part. Bucky stands back up, and steps behind me.
You're gonna do great.
I step onto the elevator, next to the attendant.
Knock 'em dead, Xander.
Well, the door shuts while he stammers to correct himself. It's clear now that my confidence wasn't fake enough to convince Bucky that I could do this either. But is tapping out really the only way to survive with this without a concussion or worse? Submitting to my opponent really isn't my thing. Hasn't been for a while. Used to get told off for giving up too early. I don't want to disappoint Bucky like that. But he's the one suggesting it. God, this sucks. All the while the attendant has been listing off the rules of the fight. Same as it ever is. We get to the bottom as I deposit myself into the empty arena. The lights come up and... It's like deja vu at this point. I wait behind the line for Bruce to step out. I learned from watching other guys' fights in these last few weeks that the commentators are doing some sort of preamble right now for the broadcast viewers. It's all being live streamed in real time, so I just wait around until the show starts. Sure enough, the door opposite me opens, and Bruce steps out and moves towards his line. He's got that same cocky grin as always.
Well, well. Back for round 2, little man. Well, maybe second half of round 1. You barely lasted long enough to call the last fight a full round.
He glares, waiting for a reaction. I stare back.
Not too chatty today, huh? No little quips or scared explanations? Nothing.
A short pause before he realizes I'm not saying anything. Then he steps to the center of the ring, taking a boxer's stance.
All right, then. Come on, Xander.
He spoke under his breath, just loud enough for me to hear it.
Your fans are waiting.
Deep breath in, and out. My guard comes up as well. That seems to elicit a smile from Bruce. Okay. I cross the line of the ring and the buzzer goes off. Bruce watches me approach, his body unmoving. But as I go in, he moves in. I step back, immediately on the defense. He laughs.
You're so scared of me. That's adorable. What's the matter, kid? Thought you were training hard. You don't gotta be scared of the big bad Bruce. He'll end you nice and quick.
He steps out on that last word, his massive fist firing forward. I lean to the side, evading the elbow. The blow, not elbow. The blow. His fist, his rear fist aims for my face, only to whiff completely as I sway to the opposite side. Duck down this low, this close in this unprotected body. I fire a few shots out before circling behind him, backing up to create some distance. Didn't seem to have any effect. Bruce is unfazed as he follows me into the center of the arena.
Not bad, kid. Why don't you come a little closer?
Having trouble hitting me?
Not in a million years.
His face sort of tightens up at that. He carries himself confidently, so I need to make him vulnerable. Get his guard down. It's a dangerous game, but I can bait out that anger. I can get him where I need him. He reaches out for me. I parry at his wrist, yes. I'm making sure to keep my limbs outside his grab range. With his arms outstretched, I duck down, peppering that body with many blows before circling out once again. I'm lucky this arena is so wide. Even with a beast like Bruce, I've got space to move freely. I can even step over the line as long as I get in quick.
You just can't sit still, can ya?
You can't hit me, though. He scowls.
Alright, smartass. You wanna bet?
I don't waste the time to respond, already moving in as he speaks. My fist thumps against his body uselessly. I can tell he's getting slightly more pissed, though, as I immediately back off the position. His desperate grab comes down, reaching for my frame, only to hit the space I once occupied.
Jumpy, kid.
Bruce stomps forward, throwing a single fist for my head, only to have it meet the thin air. If he can't hit me, I can't go down. I take a step back. Bruce takes a step forward. His rear fist pistons forward at breakneck speed. I blink, barely able to react by leaning my head back. The glove misses, nearly coming up short to my snout by a few centimeters. A powerful gust of wind whips against my face. I take a step back. Bruce grunts, twisting his torso to one side. His legs start to lift for a kick. Now's my chance. With my back to the line of the ring, Bruce probably figures he can corner me and keep me out of the space. He's trying to send a front kick and force me out. The foot explodes forward, but I'm already moving before it reaches its peak. I pivot to my left, getting around to Bruce's side. I force my torso against his abs with as much weight as I can muster, trying to knock him off balance. It seems successful, the dinosaur now needing to lean forward on his outstretched leg to stay standing. With Bruce leaning forward now, almost bent over, I leap onto his backside. My arms tangle around his neck and immediately start tightening. I hear him choke up, his arms reaching for mine to contest the hold. I constrict even further, gritting my teeth as my biceps dig into his throat. This forces another cough from Bruce. His throat vibrates with a growl. My arms pull in forcefully, holding that choke as hard as I'm able. Bruce's thick fingers can't wedge their way between my arm and his neck. If he can't get a grip on my arm, there's no escape. He coughs out a bit of a chuckle, walking around with me on his back, now. Sorry, guys. I hope a hand moves to my elbow, which quickly drops down to his shoulders. I can't afford to give him an ounce of leeway. He coughs. His coughs are getting desperate now. His breathing slowed in an effort to conserve oxygen. The beast pauses, freezing in place in the center of the ring. I'm praying for the tap out. Bruce starts to lean backwards. I can't just release the hold I risked so much for, but the beast is definitely falling now, fast, with me in the perfect space to cushion his fall. Just have to hope I can withstand the fall. With that, we land with a nasty crash. My head getting whiplashed and rocked into the hard cement floor. It's cement? Okay. I cry out, desperately cleaning onto Bruce. But when my shoulders press into the floor, I felt my hold loosen, granting Bruce just enough space to squeeze his grip underneath. He pulls my arm away effortlessly, taking in a heavy breath and growling it out.
Love the stunts, kid. You alive back there?
I don't bother responding. I think my head is bleeding from the impact, but I can't check that now. All I can try to do is pull my hold to get tighter, fighting uselessly against Bruce's grip. He grunts and pulls my arm to either side, rolling over on top of me. Our eyes meet again. He's breathing heavy, blowing hot air out of his snout. His body is heavy. But, through the breath, he's showing off a big toothy grin. The grip of my arms tighten, forcing the bones to strain.
Now, what are we gonna do with these?
He shakes my arms a bit. The grip loosens, and I swing at his jaw, only for Bruce to force my forearm down against my neck.
Still awake, huh? Can't risk you trying something cute. Let's rip 'em off.
His form rises up a bit, one hand keeping my arm pressed to my throat. He takes my left wrist as he crawls over to the outside. Bruce turns perpendicular to my body, straightening my arm out against his abs. Both of his tree trunk legs drop onto me, forcing another gruff choke out of me. Okay.
Say goodbye.
With a firm pull of my arm, a pain shoots straight down my waist into my shoulder. He's bending my elbow backwards, pulling on my arm hard enough to dislocate or worse. I cry out in agony, trying to lift his legs off my chest.
Oops, careful, runt.
He locks his ankles, essentially sealing his arm bar position to leverage more pain into me. Joints are bending, muscles are pulling, far worse than anything I've experienced. My grunts and growls turn into desperate cries. He's going to break it. He's going to break my arm again. I'll have to start over again and again. If he doesn't stop, I'm gonna lose all the progress I made. I have no choice. My free arm reaches up, tapping against Bruce's ankle 3 times. I tap out, a submission, an admit of defeat. The instant he feels those taps, his hold loosens, and the pain shoots, but the hold doesn't release. He growls.
What's that, kid? Do it again!
His grip tightens, but it doesn't pull the arm. Still, the pain is definitely still raw, so I start tapping again, growling as he taunts me. The second set of taps makes Bruce release entirely, throwing my damaged arm over my sweaty, exhausted body.
There we go.
Okay, everyone, I'm gonna end the part here. So I do hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.